7 things you must quit to become successful. Your bad habits are poisoning your success. In the long run, you're going to end up changing your life for the better. Here are 7 things you must quit to become successful. Number 7, fearing failure. As ironic as it is, fear of failure is one of the biggest causes of failure itself. You might believe that by not trying, you're stopping yourself from failing, but in reality, the only thing you're doing is holding yourself back. Failure isn't necessarily a bad thing. Every time you fail, you learn. If the cost of learning something is stumbling around a bit, it is well worth it. Instead of focusing on the result, focus on the process. Focus on your effort. Focus on giving every step of the way your very best. And if you fail, you'll know where you went wrong. And next time, you'll come back stronger and smarter. Don't fear failing. Fear never reaching your true potential because you were too afraid of failing. You don't become a winner by never failing. Everyone fails. You become a winner by never quitting.
Be more fearful of not taking action, to be more fearful of settling for a life that is far below what you deserve and what you desire. Everybody has a place where they get fearful. It's just the human mind, it's there. It's not that you're not going to be fearful. I think what it really is just, again, training yourself to say, I can be fearful and I can do it anyway. I don't have to get rid of the fear. I just have to dance with it. I have to use the energy of it.
A journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. And yes, 1,000 miles is intimidating. And you might not make it to the end, but does that mean you shouldn't even attempt it? That you should accept failure without even trying? Absolutely not. You miss every shot you don't take. And success is not for the weak of heart. If you want to be successful, you need to get up and get to it. Take the first step and focus on the next. Never let fear hold you back from trying. Number 6, procrastination. Procrastination is the biggest obstacle in your journey to success. The day you learn to overcome it is the day you start living your best life. The only difference between a successful person and someone wasting their life sitting on the couch is that the person sitting on the couch always dreams about changing their life, their habits, their work ethic. They say they'll do it tomorrow, and that tomorrow never comes. Tomorrow is a myth. If you need to do something, do it now. Stop putting things off. Change is hard. Self-improvement is difficult. You need to step out of your comfort zone and do things you don't like. Not because you want to, but because you need to. If you want to be successful, you have to do things you don't like. You have to work, and you have to do it now. You can have results, or you can have excuses. And saying that you'll do it tomorrow is an excuse. If you have time, do it now. If you don't have time, make time. Do it today so you can do more tomorrow. You can't expect extraordinary things by putting in ordinary efforts. If you want to be successful today, why are you saying you'll do the hard work tomorrow? Try using the 5-minute rule. The 5-minute rule is cognitive behavioral therapy where you just work for 5 minutes. Whatever you've been procrastinating from, do that thing for 5 minutes. Once you get into it, you're going to see that your momentum is going to help you carry it for way longer than 5 minutes.
Acknowledge the stress. Then go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to count to yourself because I want you to interrupt the habit that's stored here, and I want you to awaken your prefrontal cortex. Then I want you to just work, just for 5 minutes. The reason why I want you to only work for 5 minutes is because your problem isn't working. It's the habit of avoiding.
Number 5, multitasking.
You're overloading your mind, you're overloading your working memory. And when that happens, you're never paying close attention to anything. You're never focusing on one thing for an extended period of time.
Multitasking is a myth invented by people that can't focus on anything and pretend they can focus on everything. Instead of trying to put half-hearted efforts into doing everything, start focusing on one task at a time and doing it the best way possible. Multitasking can make you overwhelmed, leading to burnout. Arrange your tasks in order of most urgent need to least urgent, and start from the top of the list. Declutter your life and commit to one task at a time. The satisfaction you'll get when you cross out something on your to-do list will make it all worth it. Remember that successful companies have a roadmap. Everything happens step by step in its own time. Trying to do everything at once is only going to increase your chances of making a mistake and overwhelming you. Research at the University of California, San Francisco, showed that overwhelming yourself with multiple tasks can lead to stress, burnout, and even depression. Try using an Eisenhower matrix to arrange tasks and then delegating a fixed amount of time to focus on each one. Focus, attention, and concentration are what make all the difference. Number 4, self-doubt.
If you don't start filming as the star of the movie in your life, by default you're going to end up as a film extra in somebody else's.
Self-doubt is one of the most significant ways we sabotage our success. The one person you always need by your side is you. If not even you are willing to believe in yourself, why would anyone else? You should always be your biggest fan and biggest supporter. Self-doubt makes you want to give up on your dreams. Every quitter starts off as someone that doubts their own abilities and their own potential. Always remind yourself that despite any and all setbacks and failures, the one thing you can never do is let self-doubt creep up on you. Confidence is key, and the number of doors just being confident in yourself can open will surprise you. The harsh truth in life is that sometimes you won't have anyone but yourself that believes in you. In those times, your most significant asset will be confidence in your own abilities and dreams. Cast aside all doubt and believe in yourself. Number 3, not taking responsibility for your actions.
And all of us have it very hard at some times in our lives. It's like, well, what's the alternative? You just take responsibility for that and try to struggle uphill because the alternative makes everything worse.
Understand that you and only you are responsible for what happens to your life. If you fail, it's on you and not because someone else messed up somewhere. Playing the victim card gives you an easy way out of uncomfortable situations. You can just put the blame on someone else for your mistakes and never have to work on improving yourself. Sure, this way your ego stays intact and you might even walk away without any blame. However, this stops you from learning from your mistakes. A person that makes mistakes and takes responsibility for them gets better over time, whereas a person that likes to play the victim just develops an overinflated ego. By not taking responsibility for your actions, you give away your power, your control over your life, to other people. You eventually stop putting in the hard work because why should you? It's always going to be the other person's fault, right? Growth and self-improvement start the day you begin taking responsibility for your actions, the good and the bad. Number 2, saying yes. Learn the power of saying no. Time is money. Time is everything. The sooner you learn that, the better. Your time is your biggest asset, and you need to delegate it to only the most important of tasks. Not everything is worth spending your time on, and saying yes to everything is ultimately going to make you say no to something more substantial. Before you agree to anything, make sure you've properly weighed in all the pros and cons. Is saying yes to this thing going to negatively impact my ability to do something more important later? Is saying yes to this a good use of my time? Only if the answer to the second question is yes should you agree to do something. Saying no also comes with a ton of benefits. You'll have fewer tasks on your hands, meaning you won't get weighed down by useless work. Your schedule will be decluttered, letting you focus on more important stuff that might not be that urgent. Remember that planning ahead and being prepared for everything is how you stay on top of everything. This is only possible if you remove all the unnecessary distractions from your life, however. Sure, you might need to have a few awkward conversations, but a few minutes of awkward conversations are better than a few hours of useless hard work that drains your energy for the rest of the day. Say no to others so that you can say yes to yourself. Number 1, not focusing on your health. As simple as it may sound, the one thing that most people start to neglect the second they start to work hard is their health. Late nights and skipped meals might make you feel like you're on the highway to success, but the reality could not be further from the truth. Being tired and sleepy at the wrong time is going to lower your productivity and make you less attentive. A few hours of extra work after your bedtime is not worth the reduced productivity the entire next day. All-nighters should never be a regular part of your routine. Try to get regular sleep and exercise. Your productivity will skyrocket, and you'll notice how you're way more attentive to small details. Neglecting your health also comes with the risk that your body could decide to take time off whenever it decides. Your body needs rest, and if you don't decide when it gets that, it's going to make that decision for you, whether you like it or not. A study of 4,188 U.S. workers found that people that slept less had significantly worse productivity, performance, and safety outcomes. Get some sleep and exercise to make sure you don't end up as one of them. Click on one of the 2 videos on your screen right now.